who hasn't been on in a while. Got that right.
Yeah, no, I still remember that. Although
that's good. That's good. Because whatever times we are like, all right, let's do this thing, and we just forget to do the rules about it, or we're like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shit.
Charlie.
Oh no.
Okay. Do your intro.
Hello, and welcome to the Black White Games Podcast, episode 278. Not as depressed as last episode, but still a little depressed. How's everyone else feeling?
Not as depressed, but probably subconsciously depressed.
Oh, okay.
Cautiously optimistic, because this is my first time on the podcast in a very long time.
Oh yes, we have Josh joining us this week, and we have Swiss
Yes,
joining us again.
it has been a very long time.
It's almost as if we scared him.
No,
It's like it's kind of like we made. It's kind of like the last podcast we had. It was just talking about dicks, and we just called it Dick Episode.
Well, it wasn't just about dicks specifically. It was about orc dicks and the customization of orc dicks within a game. Yes, I do remember the episode that well. I went to go and listen to it, and I got 2 minutes in, and I could not stand my own voice. Because it sounds
Honestly,
like garbage.
I think your voice sounds great. My voice is terrible.
I've put some more time and effort into my mic system since then.
Me too. I think my voice system right now is buttery smooth.
Both of you guys sound a lot better. I'm Jeff, by the way. Holy fuck. Shit.
I was gonna say, what else was about that episode about orc dicks? Because I'm like, I don't want to just repeat it, but I'm like, I
was just gonna make a joke about how Swiss had to talk to his wife, go to therapy.
Yeah, no, that was the last 5 years. It was just podcast about dicks and then therapy. And
got married.
Yeah, got married somewhere in there. Actually, that was very recently. That was September.
Oh,
yeah, you could tell him. You could tell how much upset he was at me because I was not invited.
Hey, COVID, man, come on.
In fact, there's rules in Alberta now that's like if you're gonna have a marriage or if you're gonna, what was it? Marriage or something or funeral. 10 people. Like, that's it, and you still have to follow the guidelines.
That's not enough.
See, September hit, we had been planning for upwards of 200 people for almost a year. And keep going, keep laughing. And then February hit. I got laid off right at the end of February. And okay, whatever, we can still make this work. And then COVID hit, and oh shit, now we have to deal with wedding stuff and the fact that, we went from 200 people to 100 people to, now our limit is 50 people. And we pulled it off. We ended up streaming the wedding via Twitch with Adrian's help, which was awesome.
That sounds like something Adrian would do.
Yep. How many viewers did you get?
Aren't you now hosting a podcast too with Adrian?
No, I am definitely not.
Oh, okay. Somebody else is.
I'm so curious how many viewers you had.
I can actually tell you in a second here. I'm double checking.
Okay.
Because I'm random people who just go up and look could be man, if your account would probably be a little higher than normal.
Let's see videos if it will. Nope. Where do I go for that? I hate Twitch.
It's the most confusing pile of garbage I've ever seen. I think you probably want to go to your profile.
I hate this I hate this system. Okay. Channels and videos. Can you tell me when I did my stream, you silly sausage of a thing.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
while we wait for that, I figured we should talk about Cyberpunk 2077 for the brief 10 seconds.
Oh, yes.
Like a brief 10 seconds with my
The
with my
obligatory
pee out.
Yeah, nobody has this game.
I do not.
I do. My brother has it because he was so gung ho about it, and now I'm just constantly getting updates from my brother, so it feels like I play the fucking thing. Even though I haven't haven't installed on my computer at all. So far, my brother is like, it took all day to download. He doing his avatar shit right now, and he's like, okay, so I got I got to the character's creation screen, and you can have different boobs and dicks, and for whatever reason, there was an option for nothing, like nothing at all.
Androgynous.
So
I'm like, I don't get that. I'm like, I don't know why there's nothing, but okay then.
So on that note, my coworker has the game, and it took him all night to download the 5 gigabyte update on launch.
Yep.
Because Steam servers just shit the bed, which of course as they do. And he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, there's 2 different dick options. Of course, we're going back to the dicks here. Got to make it a full circle. There's 2 different options. One small, or average, I should say, and one big. So Keanu Reeves size. But yes, you have the ability to turn off nipples, and you have the ability to turn off genitalia entirely.
Which I find that, like, here's another thing I think the game is showing, like, basically what the game is showing to be, although I don't know what the stories are going to be in the game. I haven't played it yet. But I'm like, is there going to be a story revolving around you having genitalia at all, or what size it is?
That is part of it. The other part of it is the bugs.
Because here's the thing. Here's my background into this. I'm like, sure, you can have different genitalia, whatever, but it's like, does that actually have a story impact in any way? Like, if not, why do you have this? Like,
because we're making a character creator and we have to do it right.
Like, yeah, 100% right from the get-go. You have to make your custom ding dong.
Like, come on, if you had the option to spend in Skyrim, let's just say in Skyrim, you had the option to spend an extra 25 to 35 minutes creating your character, and it was your genitalia. Would you do it, or would you not do it?
Yes, I would. I would totally do it.
Impressive lizard pee-pee.
I want to have 50 different options for my dark elf vagina. If I'm playing,
this is why I stopped helping on the podcast for a while.
No, you started this, motherfucker. You're the one who brings up. I go, so Cyberpunk, nobody has it, and then you're the one who starts talking about the genitalia.
I did not.
I started talking about it.
That was him.
That was all me.
That was him. I
you
just
went along
continued
with it. You're not allowed to complain.
Son of a bitch.
Because, I mean, the game, like, this is the most standout thing that anyone's ever talked about from fucking the Cyberpunk. It's about the genitalia bullshit. And it's like, is there any story point in the game about your fucking junk? Like, literally.
I don't know, man. All I've heard so far is the complaining about all of the bugs.
So many bugs.
There's all the bugs.
And apparently is there a PS4 version of this game?
Yes.
PS4 version. That one's terrible.
It's
the Xbox
terrible.
One. All of
potato people everywhere, potato cars, everything's potato.
It's almost as if the game has been worked on extensively for next gen and PC systems. And then it comes out for last gen hardware and they don't know what to do.
Yep. I actually kind of believe how the game looks and feels right now from the videos I've seen. Like, it feels like it's been worked on for maybe a year and a half. That's what that's what it entirely feels like.
I'm not going to say It has been, COVID definitely put a big damper on them pushing it out. But the problem is that they were developing it for, okay, here, we're going to build it for the Xbox One. We're going to build it for the PS4. And we're going to build it for PC. Oh, and by the way, the next gen consoles are launching 2 months before our launch date. So we have to have a copy for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X/Series S. So now they're doing 5 different pipelines for the same game. And it's just ridiculous.
I mean, they're not EA Studio crazy.
They tried, and they didn't hit the wall, Mark. That's.
You mean the bullseye?
They didn't hit the mark as much, but like it's. Everything I hear about it, all the complaints are, the bugs are bad.
Yeah,
That's about it. Everything else I hear is like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, to be fair, like other than the bugs, it seems like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is just it's good, but it's like, man, like these are some terrible bugs, and like all the delays just kind of just be like, man, maybe they're making that light post not flicker as hard or something, but they're like, oh no, it's a little bit worse than that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's just it comes off as more along the lines of a game that went through development hell and is still going through it.
Man, is this going to be a freaking No Man's Sky scenario again?
No. Because the problem with No Man's Sky was when No Man's Sky came out, that hype was so dramatically higher than anything else on the planet Earth that it literally, when it came out, everyone just exploded.
And then was pissed that it was not what it was promised to be.
The promise wasn't even like the promises after a certain point in time. You were like, seems insurmountable, but I'll play it. I'm going to play it because it is better than what I expected. And you know what? I got exactly what I expected because I wasn't expecting the most insane, greatest game ever made.
Wow, dead air is awesome in a podcast.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But like everyone's just like, yes, Jeff's right.
It is quite.
Now it's like, what else can we add to this? Well, I don't know. It's a thing. Yeah.
So circling back, you guys had asked how many people actually watched my wedding. I'm fairly certain I had 75 unique people watching my wedding stream between just random people, our friends that we shared the link to, the like. So
nice.
That being said, the audio was distorted as hell because the guy who was running my audio / checking the computer just was pumping in so much audio to the recording that it was just hot garbage until like the spots where like me and my wife are speaking. So it is what it is.
That's good.
And
now
Twitch,
you can share that with the rest of your family in the future. This is our wedding video.
we got some awesome pictures from our wedding. But no, Twitch silenced us for 6 minutes because we played one Taylor Swift song.
Well,
just
there's your
muted
problem.
the audio for 6 minutes.
Well, there's your problem. You played a Taylor Swift song. Nobody should do that.
Oh, God.
That's worse than listening to Carly Rae Jepsen. I mean, communist lesbian propaganda. I'm just saying.
I just find that like the stupid copyright laws are just terrible.
Ever been trapped in a car listening to Carly Rae Jepsen? Man, it's almost worse. Suicide's a better option than that.
Hey, now. Hey, calm down. It's okay.
I'm stating
it's
facts.
not Rebecca Black. Just leave it at that.
Friday.
Hey, Rebecca Black is better. Okay, not really, but
we achieved something that we didn't think was possible with that wedding. Our ceremony was 15 minutes flat in length from the time that we all walked in to Bowser said, rings are on fingers, papers are signed, and we're out the door.
Good job.
15 minutes. It was. It felt
very
longer.
Las Vegas wedding.
It felt well, you can't have 50 people in a confined, well, not confined, but smaller space for too long. But still, It was like, we had been to weddings that were 3 hours in length, and we said, no, not happening. Screw that.
I don't think I've been to a wedding, though, like a ceremony, though, it's actually been that long, quote unquote.
I've only ever been to one wedding, and I got really shit-faced.
That's what you do.
That's what you have to do. And you have to start trying to sleep with all of the bridesmaids.
No.
That's not what you do.
Not when you're the groom.
Not what you do.
Not when you're the groom.
I wasn't the groom.
Yeah, but I was.
Well, as a guest, your job as a guest is in order to, let me rephrase that. As a male invited to a wedding, your job as a male is to be there for the groom as supportive, because you know that his masculinity and all of his testosterone will instantly get sucked away, as well as his money. Okay?
As soon as the ring gets plopped on, it's just his energy got sapped.
Yeah, all of your energy just gets sapped and goes. So, that's the way it goes. But
am I the only married person in this chat?
Yes.
Oh my god. You guys are morons.
You're the only adult here.
I am just shitting right now.
Well, I know that you have a toilet in your office, just specifically for this podcast.
I am shitting on this entire wedding thing. Getting married is it's smart. I want to get married one day, but you know what? Don't know about that.
Do I want to get married? Probably. Yes. Do I want to get married to a space alien? Yes.
Totally. Totally. Speaking of space aliens, this week was the Game Awards.
Oh yes, that is true.
There were some good things and bad things, and nobody should care because
it's a really bad award ceremony show.
The people, there are people who were very happy and very excited.
Yep. Some announcements happened during that show too.
Oh yes, all the announcements.
Just before we go on to the announcements in the show, I want to talk about the show itself, and I just want to say that Last of Us 2 won the award for winning the most awards. Those assholes.
Wait, Last of Us 2 won the most awards?
It looked like it because I was going down the list, and I'm like, it won 6 or 7 awards.
Did it win Game of the Year?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. For whatever fucking reason, it won Game of the Year. I'm like, that shouldn't happen. Did you ever look at the results?
Okay, Swiss, stupid question. Do you like Last of Us 2? No, I didn't. Do you like Last of Us 2?
I never played The Last of Us because I felt the game was too real.
And
do you like The Last of Us 2?
I have a PS4, and I do not own The Last of Us, either of them.
Okay.
I don't go for games that are super. I don't go for games that are super hard drama. If it's more, I'm more of a classic. I want video games to be a fucking video game, so I want crazy ass shit going on all the time.
How much money do you think Sony had to?
2, 3.
How much money do you think Sony paid for that?
How much money do you think the Naughty Dog paid for that?
Probably all of it. All of their money.
1 award for Last of Us, 2 awards,
6.
3.
I'm counting right now.
Jesus Christ.
4. Not count that one.
I was at 7.
7.
Did you count the voice acting one?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that one I'd say is more of the person playing it, not necessarily the game. So I'm I would delete that one. Mm-hmm. So, but the rest of them's man, how did Hades not win? How did Doom not win? How did, like, I felt that game failed in a lot of regards and it still won? I'm like, why?
Okay. I'm going to be devil's advocate here, except not for The Last of Us because whatever. How did Animal Crossing New Horizons not win Game of the Year for all the shut-ins / all the COVID people who have been doing nothing for the last 10 months except playing Animal Crossing?
That too.
I mean,
like,
everything about this.
There's so many better things on here, and it's like Last of Us? What?
Yeah.
I at least agree with best art direction with the Ghost of Tsukushima winning that.
Tsushima? Yeah, it should have won.
It did win. I'm just saying, I agree with that.
That's the only one I agree with. But everything about this right now, Last of Us is... Naughty Dog right now has fallen off a cliff and died.
Yeah.
And it's just getting to the point where, like, the industry's media don't understand. They're not really... How do we say this? They're not really ingrained with the player base anymore, it feels like. And it feels like as if the community has fractured a long time ago. Because this is like one of those scenarios where you're like, I don't understand why... Like, I don't understand why you would do this. I just don't understand.
Yeah. I think the only thing it would make me remotely optimistic of they closed down that studio. Fuck. I was like,
Wait, did EA buy them?
No, I'm looking at, like, I was like, man, I was in my head going through my Rolodex of games from the company. I'm like, didn't they do Sly Cooper? And I looked it up and I'm like, no, it's Sucker Punch. And they died 2010. I'm like, ah!
Wait, Sucker Punch died 2010?
That's what it says on the fucking Wikipedia. Oh, wait, no, wait. I am wrong. It just says, okay, Sucker Punch apparently made Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So, like, here's the thing is, like, if I am a Sony dev, like, if I'm Sony, I'm excited because the golden gem that is my platform, which has amazing games such as God of War. What's so funny?
The golden gem that is my platform. I will agree that their exclusives are fantastic.
Yeah.
Other than their exclusives, it's hot garbage.
Oh, sure. Totally. Fine. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good point.
Continue.
But, like, it's just so much about that platform's exclusives are stuff like Horizon Zero Dawn, which not my cup of tea, but still a really good game and I enjoyed.
Agree.
Spider-Man.
Ooh,
Spider-Man's a very
I still want to
God
play
of
that.
War. Like, there's good games on that platform. Ghost of Tsushima, another really good game. There's not...
Japanese games.
Yeah, Bloodborne. There's another one.
Yeah, like Disgaea. I'm pretty sure that's on other platforms now, but before it's like that's the only way you're gonna get it.
Like, so much of this game is... So much of this right now is just hilarious. Because everyone's just going off of the deep end and being like, well, Last of Us won, so it's the best game ever. And it's like, no.
Oh, another thing.
Doom
Eternal.
accurate.
Yeah,
Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing alone beat Last of Us.
I love how the last things that they did some like awards for was like esports shit. And I remember reading this off to some friends who are on the other Discord we're in, and I'm like, oh, what's these last ones here? Best creator of the never gives a shit. Best debut, no one gives a shit. Best eat, no one gives a shit. Like, all the way down. I'm like, okay, that's the last ones we forget.
Pretty well. That's kind of what happens there.
Oh God. And I'm like, oh, poor esports people. I'm sure people care, and I'm sure there's some cool stuff there, but oh boy, I sure don't care. Like, oh boy.
Like
yeah,
it's been weird. this year has completely changed how we do things, and some of it for the better, some of it is kind of.
Remember when Donald Trump got elected and everyone was like, "This is the end of the world"?
Yes.
And then China unleashed a death plague on us.
Yes.
And apparently Time magazine still thinks that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden should win Time's Person of the Year and not the actual doctor who unveiled that COVID-19 was actually a problem.
And there we go again with them.
Here's the thing. That's really heavy. I have no answer for. And I'm just going to be like, well, that's a thing.
Just say I'm right. Just say I'm right.
Sure. But it's like, again, I don't know how to process this thing so heavy. Like, it's so heavy to the point that I can't pick it off the floor. So it's going to go through the floor. And I'm going to go on to the next subject of Smash announcement. Make me happy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Rory was upset.
With the Smash announcement? Really?
Oh, yeah, he was upset.
I don't see. I can see him going both ways of being happy and upset.
He wanted another Fire Emblem and Pokemon character.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. I have an argument for a new character that needs to be in the game. Mm-hmm. It deserves to be in the game.
Okay.
Waluigi.
No.
Fuck off.
Yes, Waluigi needs to be in the game. I don't care if the only thing he's good at is tennis. I want him in the fucking game. He can use a fucking tennis racket for his attack or something, and his final smash is him serving you the ball. I don't care. I just want that lanky fuck in the game.
If he was like a purely tennis player doing a tennis attacks, I can see that being interesting.
Be a ranged hero?
Yeah.
Well,
like,
actually, no, he could still have a melee attack.
Well, that yeah, like he could still like do some tennis swings here and there. He could do a serve. I'm not sure how he's going to get back in the ring with a double. Every character has a double jump variant.
Bounces off the net. There we go.
I could see that. But as for the actual character announcement, Sephiroth is now in Smash, and also the trailer made it look like he's now the new badass monster you got to defeat.
He's not.
I mean, again, did you see the trailer?
I did. It's not.
Is it not canon?
No, it's canon. But the thing is that he's okay. The way that he goes, the way the game goes is once you defeat World of Light, you start World of Darkness.
Okay.
So they show the main antagonist of World of Light getting slashed. Which means that he's not the new bad guy because the final boss is literally the World of Light boss and the World of Darkness boss.
Okay.
But I am kind of indifferent to Sephiroth being added in Smash. I really don't care.
I mean, that's fine.
I think that
a lot of people don't care.
I think that, like, it's a good get. You added in one of the best, most iconic villains ever of all of gaming. But at the same time, I would have preferred somebody else.
Dante from Devil May Cry.
No. Doom Guy, Master Chief.
Okay.
No. Doom Guy and Master Chief.
You gotta stay
what about
within.
Fortnite default skin?
I'm gonna leave this fucking call.
What?
I'm gonna leave the chat if that's who you want to bring in.
Who, Doom Guy and Master Chief?
No. Fortnite freaking base skin. No.
Here's the thing. There was people on Twitter going like, "Yeah, Fortnite base skin is going to be the character for the next announcement." I'm like, "Oh no, that's a possibility because fucking Steve from Minecraft got in." And that's
Steve from Minecraft makes sense.
It does, but I'm like, that's the most like a game based on creativity you put the default skin in there, and I'm like, I almost can't comprehend in my brain like how.
Fortnite does not make sense.
Didn't they bring the Master Chief into Fortnite just recently?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool.
They also brought in Kratos, and they killed my boy. And
Kratos was never your boy. Kratos would say boy to you.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
Kratos would sit there and be like, boy, get me the wrench. And I would be like, fuck off, Kratos. You're not my dad.
Okay, and then he whips you with a fucking chain.
That he would just beat your ass and you'd still go get it for him.
Yep, exactly.
The point is that he would have to beat my ass.
And you would like it.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, thank you.
It would be
Thank you, Daddy Kratos.
Do it again.
This isn't like.
And
we're giving him PTSD, Josh. Stop it.
no, I started that one.
Oh no, we started a Rule 34. Quick, abort. Go back to Sephiroth. Go back to Sephiroth.
So Sephiroth,
he has Rule 34 written all over his chest.
So Sephiroth, in Smash, is mediocre. There's two ways that you can look at it. Another sword user, but this time with a katana, and
not just a katana, the biggest of the katana family.
Yes,
the fucking pole or the washing pole.
Yes. It's I don't know. After a certain point in time, you're just like whatever with these Smash characters. Like they can't add in anyone who I really care about anymore.
Well, crossing my fingers for Parappa the Rapper.
I mean, that would make sense.
I don't think he's in a Switch title, so I don't think he counts.
Oh, okay. Frick, Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
That makes sense.
That's could work.
I'm
not sure if they can. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to allow piss mechanics in a game, but
or tit jokes,
or poop jokes, or
we can't have the Great Mighty Pooh as a final Smash. What the hell's the point?
No, that would be a level.
Oh.
You know how cool that would be? Just the Great Mighty Pooh, and then you're fucking smash, like you're fighting against like 8 other opponents on a fucking shit level, literally a shit level.
It's just the entire music is just the Great Mighty Pooh singing.
Yeah, exactly. And then the level transitions, you'd be on the level where the T-Rex level where everyone hated it because you freaking can't drive the thing worth the saving life,
and the camera's dog shit because old games.
Yep, because it didn't have another bloody joystick to figure out that shit.
That was always like a game I wanted to play more of.
If you get the rare replay on Xbox, you can play it on a newer console.
Oh yeah, it comes with achievements.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. I have rare replay. I have to play it. Maybe I'll stream it.
God. We'll do like a tandem stream of it.
Well, I want to play through Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain.
I think I have that too. I got it with Gold.
Yeah. I want to play through Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, and I want to kind of see what it is like.
Put it on the easiest difficulty. I want to see you wearing a chicken hat.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, come on.
I'll do it for one. I'll do it if I meet a sub goal. I have to get 50 followers.
Oh. I'm not gifting you any subs just for that. That's not worth it.
No, you just have to follow me. You just have to follow me, and then for like 20 minutes, and then I'll do whatever you want.
Oh shit! I almost forgot. Since Sephiroth, Sephiroth is in Smash. What is Kirby going to look like?
He's going to be literally Favo from the Old Spice commercial. Fabio.
No. Well,
Well,
Yes.
I can see the long
Kinda.
flowing hair, but it's not going to be blonde. It's going to be that white hair
And he's
and
going to get a
and
katana.
a long sword.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, people, people were, I remember people drawing that on Twitter, and I'm like, oh fuck, I hope that's true. I hope it's long flowing hair. Oh boy.
Can you imagine the poor Nintendo designer who has to go and do Kirby's character model? He'd be like, oh God. Why?
Like, oh, it has to flow correctly. God damn it.
We're just going
I
to take
really-
his hair physics and tie it directly to Kirby. Oh God, what did you just share?
Nothing. Don't look at it. Don't worry about it. Don't draw any attention to it. So are we done talking about Sephiroth and Smash?
I guess we're done talking about Sephiroth and Smash.
Okay. Can we switch to taunting Alan even though Alan's not here?
So why are we
Why?
taunting him about the 6900?
Because it's the perfect GPU for Alan. It's perfect. It's also the perfect GPU for Josh, who's 4. And me,
I am
who's
poor.
4. Yes, so am I. I joined you. It was a good time.
I still need to build the new computer, so...
You need to build your wife a computer and live stream it.
No. My wife is getting this computer, and I'm building my own.
Oh.
Yeah, but what if your wife is a gamer and she actually wants a better computer?
She
What
owns
if your
a
wife
MacBook
wa-
Pro.
You should dump this woman. You should divorce her right now.
I have an iMac desktop
Is
sitting on the
she-
desk next to me.
Is she in the room?
No.
Is she in the house?
Yes.
Okay, can you ask her to come on the podcast for 5 seconds?
No.
Okay.
No, I am not doing that. She's been using. I used to have a really shit laptop, and that's actually what I used the last time that I was on this. And she's actually been using that now for her games more than her Mac because, of course, it can handle it a bit better. But she also
should
has
tell her-
full access to my tower to play all of my games and all of her games that actually require real hardware.
I'm just disappointed in you that you married a Apple fan. I'm just disappointed. You know,
I
I'm
will
not
be a
offended.
fan
I'm
of it
not-
for certain uses. I will be a fan of it for its certain uses, and that's it.
I'll be a fan of it for keeping idiots off of my glorious, glorious Linux. So switching to the 6900 XT. Speaking of Linux and all of its gloriness, it's a stepping stone between the 3900, which I now have to buy because Noah's a piece of shit, and bought a 3900, not listening to my advice at all because he's a piece of shit. Guys, you there?
Yeah, no, we're here. You're saying the name
We're
wrong.
listening. Yeah.
Yeah, so 6900. Oh, 3900. I said 3900.
You said 3900. It's the 3090.
Yeah, 3090. Noah's a piece of shit, bought a 3090, and he's a piece of shit. He has a better computer now than me because he's a piece of shit. Did I tell you that he's a piece of shit and he has a better computer than me? And he's
Yes.
probably going to name the computer Beast Mark III because he's an asshole, which is my computer's name. The 6900 XT is a really good GPU if you're in the market for 3090.
It
But,
is and it isn't. It depends on what you're using it for.
But it's not better than for like video editing, 3D modeling, or anything like that. It's a
Yeah.
really good gaming GPU, though.
Again, depending on what you're using it for. If you're
Okay, if you're using
for
it-
1440p and lower, oh hell yeah. It stomps the 3090, it stomps the 3080. You do 4K and anything that involves ray tracing, no. NVIDIA wins.
See, that's the thing. It's like I'm thinking I'm going with the 3090 just on the grounds of it being just plainly better at ray tracing and having that 20 gig frame buffer, which I can actually use. But I'm also kind of doing an all AMD build, and it's a little bit more power efficient.
Just a touch, yeah.
Just a touch. But I game at 1440p, which is the correct resolution you could argue for. It's like 2K.
It is 2K.
Yeah. But it's the correct resolution. And looking at the benchmarks, 3090 and the 69 or 3090 and the 6900, they both look very similar.
They trade blows, yes.
Yeah. So it's like whatever I go with, I really don't care.
And like for being 2/3 the price of a 3090, that extra little bit of wiggle room on price now gets you, let's say, a better monitor to go with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd throw that extra $499 towards a better monitor.
Well, let's be honest. I have to have a better computer than Noah, so I have to have 3090.
But do you have a Threadripper?
Not yet. I'm going with this. I'm waiting a year, and I'm going with the 16 core.
So
next year.
Since we're talking about computer builds, brother-in-law works at BioWare, and he had gotten a pretty decent, let's say, bonus, and he built himself a ridiculous computer. And of course, he didn't wait until the 30 series had launched, but Threadripper 24 core.
Is he doing 3D modeling at home?
Yes, because he's had to work from home for the last 8 months, and no one's stepping a foot in the office until 2021.
This, you know what? I feel really bad for your brother because I shit on BioWare daily nowadays because I feel as if
justifiably he's keeping his options open.
Oh, okay. So he's one of those guys who is smart and goes yeah, BioWare went downhill.
Like he worked on Dragon Age, he's worked on Anthem, and I keep telling him, I'm like, if you can talk them into doing Knights of the Old Republic as a full 4K remaster, they'll make every cent that they've lost on every game in the last 5 years back.
So he worked on Dragon Age and worked on Mass Effect?
He did not work on Mass Effect. I was just saying that he could make them their money back if they did Knights of the Old Republic.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. But no, he did not work on Andromeda, but he worked on Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition. He worked on Anthem. He actually did all of the fabric models that you see. He did. So like all of the flags in the wherever the heck you spawn in at, he did all of that, and I got to play like the pre-build before it was released, so that was kind of neat.
That's good,
but I couldn't talk about it.
I mean, that's good that he's I'm assuming that he's older than you.
He is in his 30s.
Oh, geez. That's good. But I'm so
basically all of this was to say he built himself a balling gaming rig / work rig at home that is officially more powerful than either of the two rigs that he has at work that he would be using if he was in the office.
Nice.
Makes sense. But yeah, no, like this seems like a really good thing. And as somebody who wants to eventually make games, I'm really happy and excited. Did you play our build, by the way? Probably not. No. You don't want to get... Do you know of our game?
No, not really, actually.
Okay, I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
But yeah, no, benchmarks right now seem really good and interesting, and I'm really kind of excited. I hope that AMD continues doing this great work, because everything about this.
If they can edge their way into the GPU market, I can foresee some massive curb stomping in the next 5 years.
I'm just more excited about buying. I want to do an all AMD build one day. Like, I think that's the next build I'm going to do. Is I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to take Zenimus, kind of make it more of a server, something that Josh can log in and kind of be like, "Hey, look, hey, look, it's Zenimus. Oh my god, I have access to all of Jeff's Black server. Oh my god, it's a Minecraft server."
Minecraft.
And I'm going to crash it with Minecraft.
I'll make another game in Minecraft.
Yep.
I'll build a computer within Minecraft.
I'll make a computer within Minecraft and make a game within Minecraft.
And then Josh will eventually be able to go out to the internet in Minecraft.
And then we hit full circle. And then no, it'd be that stupid Adult Swim of a Let's Player playing a game, and then it kept going back and going, okay, I'm playing this Let's Play of a player playing a Let's Player playing a game, and they kept going back and back and back to finally to the point of, like, you're at the edge of existence and a god is playing you.
So like Rick and Morty, the story-based train, or the train that is the story device.
Yeah, I think I never seen that episode, but I'm like, yeah, it's an Adult Swim like short, and it just keeps going back and back and back. And you're like, where is this fucking going? And then finally it gets to the end, and it's like a god doing his Let's Play. I'm like, of course.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. That's why his world's so shitty.
Yeah. Should we now switch gears to the trailers from the Game Awards?
Ooh, we can.
There's some really good ones. We talked about Sephiroth and Smash already. That was one in there. Should we start with the one that made me giggy inside? Because there was two. One for a franchise I really don't give a shit about, but Rory probably would have dropped his balls over his marbles or whatever they're called. I don't know. Rory probably, his brain would have left his skull and exploded. There, I said it. Or should we talk about the other trailer that was kind of interesting, but not really that big of a deal from a dead franchise that nobody should care about?
Which dead franchise?
Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be another thing coming out.
Yeah, it looks like as if it's a new take on Perfect Dark. Looks like a reboot. And
I mean, it's like, is it a like? I was gonna say, if it's a reboot, then I'm like, I can't wait to play as Elvis.
I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do with Perfect Dark.
And another thing is, if it's gonna be Perfect Dark, it has to play like GoldenEye, and if it has to play like GoldenEye, I want there to be a double gun almost every fucking gun in the game.
Yes. That is a necessary thing that they need to add.
Exactly. Like, I need to double gun almost every bloody gun. Mm-hmm. Even to the point when it doesn't make any sense. I should double gun it.
No, you're not allowed to dual wield a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
I need to dual wield those things.
I need to dual wield 2 giant rocket launchers on my shoulders. It actually covers up 75% of my viewing space, but I don't care. It's just this narrow slot in the middle of the screen. Can you see anything? No. I can, but if I see anything move, I can shoot it.
It's gonna
it doesn't
die.
Matter. That'll be. That's almost a balancing feature. Can you see anything? No, but I can kill it.
It just this comes off to me as like the first game that they're actually making the initiative. It doesn't look like it's a bad idea, but it looks kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be anymore.
I just hope it's interesting.
Yeah.
And not like Perfect Dark. Oh, what the hell was that 360
Zero?
game? Yeah.
Perfect Dark Zero was mom. Yeah.
Like, even though the game had arrows on the ground, it was still dumb.
It was a bad game.
It's so bad.
It was a bad game.
So bad.
It was bad.
What was the other? Now I'm flooding back to like games that open on the last gen consoles, and I'm like, for early.
You mean
PS3,
2 generations ago?
Yeah. Because now I'm like, for 360 and the PS3, I'm like, wasn't there like some sort of weird game where a girl could transform into plants and shit?
Yeah, that was
Kano. I'm gonna mess up that name. I have it, and my wife plays that game every once in a while. Camino?
Camino? Is that a 360 thing?
Yeah.
There
There it is. Found it. Cameo.
Yeah. Cameo. That was a rare game, and they never did anything with it, and it was very disappointing.
They could have made a legitimate game series out of that.
Yeah.
They really could, but
They're
I
probably
think
gonna
they
make a
looked
new
at their
one.
numbers and they're like, numbers not good.
Like
Yeah,
every other
they
rare
suck.
game.
You
Yeah.
mean like how they said that about what game was it? I forget. There was another game, Gears of War, came out around the same time, and I think Gears of War just trounced it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's Gears of War.
Who doesn't like using a chainsaw machine gun? Like,
That's true.
the Lancer was a beautifully designed weapon, if only for the carnage that it commits.
Makes sense. Then there was a new Dragon Age trailer.
Yep.
You play as a bad guy. You probably play as the bad guy.
It doesn't matter what game you're in. You always end up being the bad guy in one way, shape, or form.
Right. But not in our last game. In our last game, there's been a lot of talk and theories about this, and okay. Mass Effect is one of my favorite franchises ever. And it is one of those games, like Mass Effect 2 is like my second favorite game of all time. It only got topped recently by Doom Eternal. And I think I put like over like 50 hours into Mass Effect 2 because I'm not a player who plays like that game all the time. I have definitely a lot more hours in Halo 3 though. But Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game ever. One of my favorite games ever. This last trailer, it gave me a white pill representing hope for humanity, hope for the future, hope for everything. And it made me want to boot up By Andromeda, which Josh sat there and just shat on me the entirety of before it came out. Josh was sitting there and just shitting on me so hard, just so hard. It made me want to play that game because that game killed Mass Effect, the Mass Effect franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not only did it kill the Mass Effect franchise, it shuttered BioWare Montreal.
Yeah. So
like the entire development team got split up and disintegrated.
So I'm going to say this about Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect 4. Whatever way BioWare takes it and goes with it, if they make the destroy ending better, if they make the destroy ending canon, they can't possibly like make one of the endings canon at this point, but they're probably going to. Holy fucking shit, man. It's going to be fucking great.
Okay,
And-
fanboy. Calm your raging heart on.
I mean, it's either gonna be great or Jeff's gonna be very sad.
I was gonna say he's gonna flip the table with his raging heart on, or it's just gonna he's gonna turn into a puddle on the floor.
That happened last night. What are you talking about? You were in the chat. You were literally in the chat.
What, the raging heart on or the puddle on the floor?
The puddle on the floor. You literally heard me go, "Oh my god!"
Was there senpai said in there somewhere?
No, I'm not a fucking weeb.
That was a hard no from you.
That was a very easy no. What are you talking about? You're not in the full win server, so you don't get to talk.
I don't want to be. If it's anything like, well, this.
You were gonna say a channel that I only use every once in a while to cause pain and suffering to certain people, mainly Adrian.
Are you talking about the Shame channel?
Yes.
Where they lock you because you just shit post.
I mean,
Jeff
that's
shit constantly.
I do shit post. Fuck off.
But it's like shit posting for like not even the right thing, and also it's stuff like we just don't understand. So it's like, this is yours.
Last night, what are you talking about? My server's perfect. Last night we all posted cats and flakes. That's literally all we did last night. We posted cats and flakes in general.
Oh God.
I'm not joking either. We actually did that.
What, in the full of win in general?
Yeah. We posted fucking cats and flakes. No, so
It's
There's
I
Liara.
tell you right now, it's just the memes of the stuff, the fucking flag.
yeah.
There's just the please tread on me with the snake being fucking tied up and like looking like it
There's the
wants to get
bondage cats
fucked.
and flake. There's don't tread on me. No step on snake. No step on snake. There's my.
Okay, you need to send me one of these pictures.
We'll send you the best one. We'll send you my personal favorite.
I'm gonna send you my personal favorite.
Oh no. Oh no.
No step on snake.
4 years from now, you'll get me back on the podcast and it's going to be talking about these fucking steak pictures.
Mine's not dirty. Mine's not dirty.
Mine's suggestively dirty.
Yours is bad. Yours I'm deleting right now.
Yeah.
Back to Mass Effect.
It's gone.
Back to Mass Effect. Liara is actually in the trailer.
That is true.
So I am happy they're going back to Mass
personally
Effect
thought she
because Mass Effect 3
died.
wasn't that bad. Mass Effect 3 was only bad because of the ending. Like, you get to the ending, you're like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. But like, Mass Effect 3 wasn't the worst thing in the world.
I felt the writing could have been better for the majority of the whole thing, but yeah, the ending's probably the worst.
Yes.
Like I would also iterate that like yeah, the writing, I felt there's one or two characters that were just simply written off and not in a satisfying way. To the to the point of like, oh, this character definitely got written off because the writer had no idea what to do.
It felt like as if like the problem with that game was a lot more of the issue with we don't know what to do anymore, so we're just going to do what we always did. Causing
pretty
problems.
Fuck it. Cliffhanger ending. Give them too many options. And none of them matter.
Well, fucking, do you remember that in what was it, Mass Effect 2? There was the beginning opening of like a grandpa figure and a kid going, "What happened with the Normandy?" And I'm like, that never gets explained ever.
No, that doesn't happen in Mass Effect 2.
So which one was it, 1 or 2?
That's 3.
That's 3.
That happens in 3.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus, this is so bad.
The way the way the 3 begins is it begins with somebody explaining the story of the shepherd in a third person way. and then you play as Shepard.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
depending on the endings, you get. I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
No. Just stop.
Am I wrong?
No, let's put it this way. I've played like 2 hours of Mass Effect 1. And I'm about to get shit on for not playing it.
I played 1.
So here's the thing. I almost finished the whole Mass Effect 3. The only reason I stopped is because I had to play online, and I was like, I not want to
You
play
have to
online.
play online to get the best ending.
I thought you did.
Yeah, you have to play online in order to get the best ending.
Yeah. So
It's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, so like I had to I got to the point where I absolutely had to play online to get the best ending. And I was like, well, I guess I can do this or play some other video game that it's been begging for my time. And what else? It was like, yeah, I just hit a point where I had to do this one thing and then see the ending. But I was like, I was hearing so much bullshit about the ending that I was like, I'm just not going to finish it because that would just piss me off to no end. So
Because
I just
it's not
left it
worth it.
unfinished. Like, this is probably the one thing that I was like, I'm just going to leave this unfinished. It's like reading the book to like the last 20 pages and you're like, I heard it's terrible, so I'm not doing it.
No, I've seen that kind of a. Actually, I've done that. I don't even think, out of all the Halo games, I think finished 4. I still have not finished the campaign in 5.
That's not the worst thing in the world. I actually liked 5 more than I liked 4. I finished 5 and I was like, this is a lot better.
I
Okay, 4, the way that 4 ends makes me feel as if something got cut.
It probably did.
Like there is literally the way the ending happens is it's 8 missions, you get to the end, there is a mission missing from the ending. Either leading into the next game or something. Because clearly the way that it ends should have been not even that. Like it should have ended with like it should have ended with you sitting at like having coffee with the other Spartans and then it being a news story on the actual screen. Like Halo 4, even as it is written, should have not been written the way it was written.
I was going to say 4 ended with you getting the teaser of John's face, right?
Yes.
Okay. That
should have
pissed
ended
me
with
off
you-
to no fucking end.
Yes. Because the way that they were hyping 4 was we're going to explore the Master Chief. We're going to explore the Master Chief. We're explore the Master Chief. It should have ended with you being with Blue Team.
Yes.
It should have legitimately ended with you being at Blue Team. And I remember finishing the game and not wanting to play Legendary. I was so mad. Like, and 5 is like. 5, if it was like called Halo ODST 2 or Halo Marine, I would have not had an issue with it. The only reason I had... Go ahead.
No, you did a callback to ODST, and that is still one of my favorite games in the whole series, and I had a discussion with coworkers about that today. Like, ODST is one of the best games. He's like, well, but you play Halo to be the Chief. I'm like, no, you play Halo to be a nearly unkillable super soldier. It doesn't matter if it's the Chief. But now you're playing as a human who can actually die.
You're playing as a grunt and establishes the causes and conflicts.
Yes.
And the only way ODST could have been even remotely better is if they had done just Call of Duty Halo, which is what 5 is. And 5 would have been a lot better if they just done it with a Marine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not... like... I'm not even trying to be mean anymore. It's just like... It's just so enraging to me because I love Halo. I love it to death. And I think that Halo 4 and 5 ruined that series so bad. Not like Mass Effect, where it's like you can still like Mass Effect without looking at Andromeda.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be... Wasn't Andromeda supposed to be its own standalone, but it just tanked so hard?
Andromeda was going to be... So after 3's backlash, which was what the community felt like the worst game in the world. 3 was like somebody had shoved a knife in their chest. Everyone hated it. And everyone was like, this is the worst thing in the world. How could you do this? And then Andromeda came out, and then everyone was like, no, this is the worst thing in the world. This is worse. So that's
just the only thing I remember about Andromeda is the freaking expressions on the people's faces.
I remember you sitting there and shitting on me so hard for saying I was going to buy it.
I can't remember, but hey, I wouldn't put it past me. Just go like, why would you do this? Because like at the same time, it doesn't sound like me, but at the same time, I'm like,
it definitely still sounds like you.
I mean, because like, I mean, wasn't there evidence at the time that you playing this would be a bad idea?
Yeah. You were like, this is...
I probably was just saying, just buy another game that's better.
Yeah, and then I bought Titanfall 3 and 2, and it was better. And
yeah, better time all around.
Because Noah was like, hey, buy Titanfall 2, and I bought Titanfall 2 because I was like, I'm kind of interested in Titanfall. Well, here's good news.
I hear it's the best gem of a game ever. It's just that no one cares for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah. But yeah, back to Mass Effect. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm hopeful. Do we have any other topics this week? Josh, did you play any games?
I am trying to remember if I actively did.
Swiss, did you play any games this week?
I played World War Z for the first time, and it scared the shit out of me.
Okay, Josh, I'm sorry for being rude, but when we're done this topic, we'll talk about your games, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So you played World War Z?
Yes. So
that game scared the shit out of you?
Well, because you've watched the movie World War Z, right? Or you've read the book?
Yeah, the book is a lot better than the movie.
Okay, yeah, the book is a lot better than the movie, but you've watched the movie, so you know that these zombies are the crazy ones that climb and swarm and run. I was playing on the lowest difficulty, and this game is meant to be a 4-person co-op, online co-op. So I got stuck with 3 AIs. Well, I got swarmed like 3 or 4 times, and the AI was absolutely useless. I'm like, if I was playing in a dark office, I probably wouldn't be sleeping that night, just because they did such a good job of the game just for that. And I'm so glad I still didn't pay for it because Epic gave it to me for free.
Nice.
I mean, I paid money on Epic Game Store because I'm a piece of shit.
I always pick up their free games every other 2 weeks that they do.
How dare you support that game? That
World War Z was one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the first weekend that they were doing it.
Yep. World War Z is a pretty good game.
And I did play, was it Star Wars Squadrons? I played it like 2 weeks ago because I got it from my brother-in-law for my birthday. Really fantastic game. I want to play more of it. It's definitely a game that you either have to play with a flight stick or with a controller because the keyboard and mouse controls are terrible.
I was hoping to buy that game, but then I lost far. Then I became poor.
Yay!
Yay!
And you know what? That sounds like a good title for this. And then I became poor.
And I became poor is the name of the episode.
So we go depression and then I became poor. How does that sound?
Were you listen? Did you check the episode title, Depression Episode?
Yeah, I did look it up quick. I didn't watch it, but
you didn't listen to it.
Oh, I probably will give it a listen. Is it just you being a sad puddle on the floor?
That's like the first 30 minutes, and then we talked about Metal Gear for like a good hour. We literally talked about Metal Gear. It was like the greatest thing that happened to me all week. I was like, we talked about Metal Gear. It's so great. I'm so happy. Yay! Yeah.
Oh, and that's how Andrew got banned from YouTube.
Oh. You got banned from YouTube?
No, I do the voice that I just did. Get me banned if I actually created a video with that voice being used.
Oh, you make videos now?
No, not religiously or anything. Just every once in a while. I think I only actually have one video up, and it's god awful, and it was recorded on a Galaxy S2X back when that was a good phone.
Okay. So, yes. Yeah. That's good to know that Star Wars Battle Squadrons is good.
It is a pretty fun game. And it's fully cross-platform, so I was playing with my buddy who was on Xbox.
Good.
So.
Maybe I'll pick it up and play it.
Pretty fun game. Mm-hmm. But I feel like this has run its course.
No, we have one more topic, Josh's game.
Oh, Josh's game, right.
So I'm looking through my Steam list and see if I played anything new. And I'm just kind of going back in my brain. I'm like, I think I just kind of concentrated on the fucking Minecraft server even further.
Oh, yes.
Freaking, I've added a huge rail system.
He's done
so
it.
Connects. Yep. I've finally done the rail system. It connects to all houses. It goes to any you can even choose which direction you want to go to in the forks in the road on a single rail. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty freaking awesome. It even like does a cool little detour, like not a detour, but like it snakes around one house, and you can actually see like, oh, we can pass these trees, and it looks nice and everything. The only thing that sucks is that like how much materials you would need just to they build all the rails and get all the freaking shit together, and it's like, well, I have a majority of these materials, but there was a couple of times I was like, fuck, I need to go over here and get that now. It was an undertaking, but I did it.
The grind.
Yeah.
There.
But
Oh,
It was fun, and I built this cool rail system, so I'm proud of it.
That's good to know. Okay, I think that's the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Black Mind Games Podcast, episode 278. Thank you, Swiss, for joining us. I know that it was very traumatic for you.
Yeah, we're not talking about orc dicks anymore.
How dare you?
Why'd you bring it up again?
Because I am that person.
Because it's a piece of shit.
Oh, by the way, cut in picture of orc dick. End of episode.
Can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, we can. It's an audio podcast. We can just cut in a picture here, and there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to Black Mind Games Podcast, episode 278. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. You can also subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye. Okay, I'm starting recording. Are you guys ready for recording?
Yep.
I hit the button soon. So
Okay.
I've been recording for 26 seconds.
good. Keep it that way.
Oh, well, I don't want to restart it every 26 seconds. That's not how this works.
You just stop, record, stop, record, stop, record, stop.
I can, but I'll have a really pissed off editor on my hands.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why did you keep hitting the record button? Because the light was bright.
I wanted to see the red light blink. I'm kidding.
on. It's off. It's on.
Audacity doesn't blink. It's not like my other recording program.
No.
What's your other recording program?
Music creator that I got through Steam a very long time ago. But I picked up the newer version because the older version does not like Windows 10, nor does much else.
Yeah.
That being said, Audacity immediately went to the correct output from my microphone. I'm like, perfect. I don't have to change anything.
There's been a lot of indie programs that I would say that are getting better than the professional ones at this point.
I wouldn't even
Like
consider
by indie, I mean like
good.
they're cheap as all fucking get out.
Yeah.
Like a good example is Blender. Like there's a setting on Blender that you can set it to industry mode, quote unquote. That's just basically Adobe. And if you know how to use Adobe and Adobe products, you can switch over to Blender no fucking problem. Just click that button and it makes all your options be the same thing. So I'm like, holy shit, this is what I needed from the get-go.
And welcome to the podcast. No.
Yeah, pretty much. And another program I want to pick up is Clip Studio. Apparently that's like becoming the next Photoshop.
Well, it probably, as if they can make it work on, I think I found another topic, but I don't know if you guys have covered it already. Probably not.
Which one?
Apple switching to the M1 chip. Completely going away from x86.
A little bit.
Okay.
I don't even know what the impact of that is.
Anything that
I
would
hear
function on an x86 system, so any program that would work on Windows that had a Apple-based version will not work unless it's run through an emulator. So
Or specifically changed.
or specifically altered. So like Adobe still hasn't been altered for it properly and won't be until 2021. Probably closer to 2022.
I know they want this walled garden, but oh my god, why?
That being said, I have seen somebody take the new Mac Mini and throw an audio program at it and tripled the maximum amount that the original Mac Mini could run on it. Just post-processing and everything, and it was ridiculous. Like 1,000 plus plugins.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts. I can see why Macs could be slightly better and stuff like that for, their.
The problem is that it's never going to be as good as you. It's never going to be as good as you think it is.
Yeah.
Because it's not a high core count CPU.
They're actually working on for next year for a 32 core, like a 32 core high performance chip.
That's nice. I want to see a benchmark compared to Threadripper.
Okay. Listen, we already know how that's going to go.
It's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well, especially since they haven't even released the newest Threadripper, that's Zen 3. I can't wait to see that. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. So let's sync, boys, and
Okay.
Burp sync.
sync in. 3, 2, 1.